Hi guys, and welcome to the Unquendo Guitars Workshop. My name is Daniel and this is another part in the video series where I'm building my Phoenix Rising guitar, a somewhat Gibson Firebird inspired guitar build. In the previous episode I set up an indoor spray booth and started applying the first coats of clear primer to this guitar, and in this episode we're going to continue by spraying the clear gloss lacquer. So without further ado, let's dive straight into this week's episode. But of course, before we can start applying the Nitorlack clear lacquer, we have to scuff the last coat of primer a bit using some 1000 grit sandpaper. And I'm just going to scuff the final coat of primer just a little bit, just to remove any high spots, any dust nips. So just a quick little rub on the last coat of primer. On the entire guitar, of course. Yeah guys, I think I scuffed the entire guitar with the 1000 grit sandpaper to remove any obvious high spots, any dust nips that might have been present in the last coat of primer. And now I'm using a soft brush and a static cloth, a dust cloth, to remove as much of the dust particles as possible. And of course, as soon as I take the guitar inside to the spray booth, I'm going to use another clean dust cloth to once again go over the entire guitar to make absolutely sure that I've done everything to prevent any dust from trapping inside the clear lacquer. And the lacquer I'm using is the Nitorlack clear gloss spray. And if you want to know more about the products I'm using in this video, especially the Nitorlack products, make sure you check out the links in the video description down below to visit the Nitro website and to visit their product pages and take a look at those products for yourself. And if you happen to like what you see and you decide to purchase one of the products to test them out for yourself, you'll be also supporting this channel a little bit. So yeah, go check it out. I'm going to go over the guitar, like I said, very thoroughly with some dust cloths, and I'll be back with you guys at the spray booth. So guys, here we are at the temporary spray booth I set up in the previous episode. It's inside the Unquendo Guitar showroom. I have my guitar hanging from a swivel. I've attached a little handhold so I can control the guitar while spraying. I've shaken the rattle can for at least a minute. So now I can start spraying the first coat of the clear lacquer. Fingers crossed. And there we go. Yeah guys, I'm back. It's the next day and the first coat of clear has dried for approximately 24 hours right now. And of course, once I'm done spraying and I have my mask on, I can't stay in this room to talk to you. So every time I spray a coat of lacquer, we have to wait until I can enter this room without a mask to talk to you guys. And usually that's when I'm about to take the guitar from the spray booth, take it down into the workshop to give it a quick little pass with some sanding paper before I can spray on the next coat of the Nitorlack clear lacquer. So here we go. And we're in the shed, and now that I have very good lighting here in the shed, I can't see any imperfections in the first coat of lacquer, so sanding might not be necessary. This is of course a Nitorlack, and each consecutive coat of Nitorlack should burn into the previous coats, unlike with a polyurethane finish, which requires sanding to create a surface the next layer can grab hold of. But nitro layers melt into one another. So if there are no imperfections, in theory you shouldn't have to sand. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a 1000 grit sandpaper, and this time I'm going to use a sanding block instead of what I did in the previous videos where I used a foam sanding pad. And that's because I really want to take off as little as possible, and by using a harder sanding block I only take off the top imperfections, and this also should help me to not sand over the edges too much. Something to take care of when sanding back lacquer is of course don't sand through the edges. So yeah, just a regular 1000 grit sandpaper on a cork sanding block, and I'm only going to very lightly sand in the grain direction, just to knock off any orange peel kind of skin from the top of the coat of lacquer. Just to get it as smooth as I can without sanding through this coat. And of course, make sure you keep cleaning your sandpaper. So yeah guys, I just remembered, when finishing a guitar, remove any jewelry. Like your wedding ring. To not accidentally scratch the guitar with your ring or necklace or something like that. Bracelets. But of course remember to put your wedding ring back on once you're done. And of course, after sanding, we're going to remove as much dust as possible. First with a brush, and make sure it's a very soft brush. And then I'm using a static dusting cloth to remove as most of the dust as possible. And then of course, as soon as I'm back inside In the spray booth I'm going to dust the guitar off one last time before spraying another coat of the clear lacquer. And I must say, I'm very impressed with how well the Nitorlack clear coat flows from a rattle can. The coats are real smooth, or there is a tiny bit of orange peeling going on, but not much at all. Not too shabby from a rattle can. And I have to admit there was already a bit of orange peeling, very subtle, in my primer coats as well. But I didn't dare to sand the primer back any further because of the stained surface underneath. So I'm first going to build up some coats of clear, and hopefully that levels out the orange peeling, and then as soon as I'm confident that I have enough of a lacquer thickness build up, that I can sand the orange peel back a bit more thoroughly. So yeah, the guitar is all dusted and we're going to take it inside and spray another coat of the clear. So guys, we're back at the spray booth. The guitar is all dusted and ready to go. I've already rattled this can for over a minute now, so it's time to put on my mask and start spraying the second layer of the clear coat.
So we're done, guys.
It's been 20-ish hours since I sprayed the last coat of clear on this guitar, and yeah, I already took the guitar down to the workshop, and that's simply because I had already set up the camera right here when I did something else. So next step is hunt for blemishes, imperfection, nips of dust and such with some sandpaper. And just scuff the surface where needed. And then go back upstairs and spray another coat of clear. And for anyone wondering, I also mentioned this in the comment section on the previous video, why I'm spraying a single coat and then wait for 24 hours and then sand in between those coats when it's a Nitorlack, and you should be able to just spray 2 to 3 coats a day without sanding in between, because the Nitorlack should chemically bond itself to the previous layer, and that's because this is the method Nitorlack prescribes and advises to use for a beginner in a small shop, and that's a foolproof method of applying their finishing products. But as you get more experienced with spraying Nitorlack, you are able to spray 2 to 3 coats, one after the other, with about 2 hours in between, and then let the guitar dry for at least 20 to 24 hours to let the Nitorlack harden enough. If you keep spraying consecutive coats and don't let the dry time in between 3 coats, there is a chance you end up with a very soft finish. So yeah, as with a lot of things, read the manual, read or inform yourself on what the manufacturer of a product advises to do with their product. And yeah, Nitorlack advises for beginners to spray 1 coat a day and light sand in between coats. So that's what I'm doing. I want the best result, although I'm a bit in a hurry to get this guitar finished before the upcoming Amsterdam Guitar Heaven guitar show. It's the 24th of November, I believe, 24th, 23rd. I'll try to leave a link or a description on the screen, or you have to Google it for yourself. The Amsterdam Guitar Heaven guitar show. I highly recommend, if you're able to come and visit us at the show. And I'm planning to have this guitar ready for that event. So yeah, I can't make it any more exciting than it is. It's just a matter of spraying 1 coat of clear lacquer, letting it dry for a day, take your fine sandpaper, give it a quick rub with sandpaper to get rid of any drips, blemishes, any dust nips. Make sure the guitar is dust free by dusting it off with a static cloth or one of those sticky towels. Take it back inside again, spray another coat of the clear lacquer, wait for a day and do it all over again. So yeah, I'm going to keep dusting off the guitar, make sure there's no dust particles whatsoever on the guitar, and then I'm going to take it into the spray booth and apply another coat of the clear lacquer. So yeah, just like that, we're back inside. The guitar is in the spray booth, and currently it's a lovely 21.5 degrees Celsius with a relative humidity of 50%. So perfect spraying conditions to apply another coat of clear lacquer. Here we go. Mask on. You guys, another day, another round of sanding very lightly and spraying on the next coat. So to make this less repetitive, I'm going to do the following coats in this montage. So another day, let's take the guitar down to the shed. Yeah guys, the final coat of the Nitorlack clear is on the guitar, and I must say I'm very happy with how everything went. There's still some orange peeling going on the main body, but I think that's nothing a bit of wet sanding and polishing can't fix. But especially on the headstock and the neck, the Nitorlack went on as smooth as glass already, so not much polishing work to be done there. But yeah, overall I'm very impressed with the Nitorlack products. But of course we'll have to see how it all turns out when we get to wet sanding and polishing this guitar. But unfortunately that will have to wait for another 3 weeks. Nitorlack, the manufacturer, advises to let the guitar cure for at least 3 weeks, so that's what I'm going to do. But don't worry, in the meantime I have some other projects planned, like making a leather guitar strap for this guitar and a form-fitted guitar case. So yeah, keep your eye out on this channel for upcoming videos, and in about 3 weeks we get to wet sanding and polishing this guitar and really show off the result of this finishing process. Now the only thing left to do for now is let this guitar cure for another 21 days. So unfortunately this is all for this week's episode. I hope you liked it, and if you did, as always, let me know by leaving a like or leaving a comment, question or suggestion in the comment section down below. This really helps the YouTube algorithm to pick up my content, show it to possible other viewers that might be interested in my videos, and in the long run, of course, it will help me to grow my channel and make this all possible for you guys. If you'd like to support me more direct, you can do so by getting yourself a nice Phoenix Rising t-shirt like this one, or a coffee mug or an Encuentros Guitars hoodie in the Encuentro hoodie shop down below, or via a link in the video description. And I really appreciate all the support you guys are giving me. That said, I hope to see you all in the next video, but until then, as always, take care and bye bye.